Once again, back again, more YouTube React videos with your boy, SilverDFanng, the Pirate Wolf, Varieties Ripper. Yeah, I'm such a dumbass. Like Vivi Pops, the creator of Helluva Boss, and Flazefire, the ADHD driven YouTube video maker. More Flazefire, this time Helluva Boss deep dive. I agree with a lot, I disagree, and you can see it now. Have fun.
Hi there, I'm Flazefire, the...
So, Flazefire, we've seen him talk about Hazman Hotel. This is his video on Helluva Boss. I agreed with a lot of his opinions, but I disagree with it being a bad show. I enjoyed it, and I also enjoy Helluva Boss.
is Silence, and I'm the founder of FLP. Were you or a loved one injured in an accident? Are you a furry? Do you have parental
yes,
issues? Are you
kind
a
of.
part of the LGBTQ+
No.
community? First off, call me. And second, oh boy, do I have a show for you. If any of that applies to you, then call 6969-420-WEED.
I like Helluva Boss. I think Helluva Boss is fun. Do I think it's the best show ever? No. Do I think it got hyped because of timing and what it was doing? Yes. It's a good show. It has a lot of flaws.
That's 6969-420-WEED. Sex funny, Lamau.
Helluva Boss is an indie YouTube series created by Vivzycologist MD Rano. It is an animated comedy, drama, partial musical that is set in a fictionalized version of Hell.
True.
But more importantly, it is set in the same universe as the hit indie turned Amazon series Has Been Hotel. And it is very disappointing. Helluva Boss follows a hell-based
I don't
company
agree with
named
that.
IMP, a group of imp demon mercenaries that kill people on Earth. Or at least that's what it says on the Luna U2's box. Because that interesting...
I want that Luna YouTube. I have it in my wish list on Amazon. I want it so bad. It looks good.
Premise is what the show started off as. But you take off the mask, and it's concealing fanfiction tier romance drama, flat, unchanging characters, beautiful animation, stellar voice acting,
This is who I am!
and the worst writing I have ever had the misfortune of hearing.
You're so gross!
Aw, stop it. I get enough of that from my therapist. Now let's go lick some ass!
The expression is kick some ass.
Man, is this show conflicting. I want to let it be known that I have been watching Helluva Boss since it first came out. I want to like it, but I can't, because I actively use my brain. If I turned it off, I'm sure my enjoyment would skyrocket. But just
Flazefire, I've seen some of your videos. That's a lie.
Just like every character in Helluva Boss's relationship with their father, I have many issues with it. Now, before I delve too deep into my whining, I need to let you all know that I'm actually a demon. This is my human disguise. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna change back to my demon form, because every second I spend in this skin is agony.
He puts a lot of effort into it. He's having fun. It's
This is kind of gay. Oh, hell yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Okay. That was my doctor. He says I'm positive?
okay. Look, I don't need every second to be a joke or like a quick edit. But this is a lot of work.
I am happy. Let's talk about the good. Right off the bat, the animation is beyond anything that is expected of an indie internet show.
It's well made.
Even leagues above industry-produced, big money-backed animation
absolutely.
projects.
Hello, I'm the nostalgia critic.
The animators are absolutely killing it. My God, if we remove everything
It's
that makes
beautiful.
Helluva Boss insufferable, well, then we would be left with nothing. But the gorgeous animation, and not to mention
The musical numbers, the animation, the acting is all top tier. Yeah, I have a lot of the same issues as he's going to bring up.
voice acting as well. Everyone is giving it their all. The emotional, heartfelt, downright beautiful performances almost make up for the fact that the dialogue they are reading would fit right at home on fanfiction.net. The standout obviously being Brandon Rogers, my king. Mwah. He is acting his whole pussy off. Despite the show being painful to watch at points, Brandon is there, whispering in my ear.
Try me, bitch.
And it keeps me going. They got Norman Reedus.
I didn't know that. I did not know that was Norman Reedus. For anyone that doesn't know, Norman Reedus is how to put this? He's he's the blue mohawk man. Yondu. He's Yondu from Guardians.
For one episode, then lost Norman Reedus.
Oh, I'm thinking of Merle from Walking Dead. Yep. No, yeah, Norman Reedus is Daryl Dixon from Walking Dead.
Like I said in the beginning, the
Still
show
great.
is a partial musical, kind of? Because there's songs every once in a while, but not all the time, and some are genuinely moving, deeply emotional, not just for the characters,
Richard
but for the
Horvitz
viewers
is
as well.
awesome.
And they reach out and touch something in my cold, dead heart that I haven't felt in ages.
He seems like a nice
They're not
guy.
all good, though. The musical theater elements are an extremely mixed bag. Some are implemented naturally into the scene, and others seem to be there just to fill up space. For every You Will
I
Be
forgot
Okay,
about
a
some of
beautifully
those.
well-animated, emotional piece about a father reassuring his child that his love for her is so great that even in his eventual
It's
absence,
beautiful.
his love will remain.
It's such a
There
good
is
song.
Cotton
Cotton Candy is something. Cotton Candy is fun. Does it have anything to do with what's going on? Nope.
Candy, a song about cotton candy, which ironically conveys the emotional and character weight of the sweet treat it's named after. It is such a non-song that you could replace it with bass-boosted wet fart with reverb 10 hours and have gotten the same experience.
It's catchy, but it's nothing.
Helluva Boss, where I genuinely laughed because they were funny, not because they were cringe, though there were a lot of those. However, the one I found the funniest was the bit when the Australian man says,
Women just ain't funny.
and then Vivzi's writing tag pops up in the left corner for like a millisecond.
Oh yeah, that was cute.
Anyway,
All right, Viv, you earned that one. There are good episodes. Not just good by Vivzi Pop standards, not just good for internet animation, good, solid storytelling. But the
I want to see that
not
again.
just good for internet animation, good, solid.
Yeah, this episode alone, Mammon's Magnificent Musical, it's fucking amazing. This one from season 1 is also really good. It's the season finale. He's leaving some really, really good shit.
Storytelling. But the problem is that they're so good that it frustrates me, because it's very clear that the writers have the ability to make something of this
The Apology Tour is really good. The trial episode, ooh, fuck, the trial episode's so good.
caliber. It's just that they either choose not to, or the good episodes were good on accident. Oh, it's the doc. He says it's AIDS. That's bad. Hey, what a coinky dink. The characters we follow on our journey through the underworld are a ragtag found family. Blitzo, the boss of IMP. Luna, Blitzo's adopted
Hot
daughter. Don't
wolf.
Google her name in public. Moxie, one of Blitzo's employees. And Millie, she's Moxie's wife. We also have about 7,000 side characters that will go on to get more development than the main cast.
True.
The most notable of which being Ozzy, one of the 7 deadly sins. Fizzarolli, a funny little clown fella and the best character in the show.
I don't
and
agree.
Stolas, a
Yeah.
prince of hell.
Who is actually the best character in the show. Stolas. Oh, God, poor Stolas, man.
On and off lover of Blitzo, plot device and MacGuffin giver, uwu small bean that never does anything wrong and the show refuses to acknowledge has faults and
Oh, he has faults. He fucks up. Season 2. He deserved the backlash from his daughter.
flaws in any way and is
Even though his daughter goes at it for the wrong reasons, she does deserve to say, fuck you, Dad.
always right. Rich, gorgeous, tall, sexy, and I'm pregnant. You see, that is an example of what we call a sex joke. The punchline was sex. However, if I were to hazard a guess, you most likely, at a bare minimum, slightly exhaled oxygen through your nose.
Maybe I'll play Fortnite. I deleted it.
And that is because it was unexpected, well-timed, and will not be happening often. And if it does, I will shoot my writer in the head. Got it. The most noteworthy thing about Helluva Boss to an outside observer is just how rampant the unfunny overuse.
So Vivi does this a lot. Vivi, in all her shows, loves to add swearing in every sentence. It becomes overbloated. It doesn't really become a punchline anymore. It just becomes tedious. I want Vivi to make a show not set in hell, because that will really tell me if this is intentional or feeding into the hell. Because, like, all these characters live and grew up in hell. They have different like morals. They have different intentions. I think it fits. But it does get interesting when a lot of the characters that honestly try to be proper do swear. Like, Stolas doesn't swear every second. It's usually out of, like, full emotional breakdowns, or when he's with Blitzo alone. So, but yes, it does get overblown.
Swearing is. If you're not familiar, Vivzy is heavily inspired by Seth Rogen comedies in South Park, and weeps for you if you don't think a well-delivered fuck word is funny. The problem being that...
Delivered well, yes, but when you overuse it, Vivi, you lose the gravitas of the word. I'm not going to say it.
The fuck words are never well delivered nor funny. They are FedEx delivered because they are slammed into the ground every single time.
Correct.
There is nothing wrong with having a show that uses obscene language. Many adult shows do.
Fuck you and your eyebrows.
But they do it in a way that feels natural and doesn't call attention to the fact they are doing it. Because to an adult, swearing is normal. To a 12-year-old, swearing is epic funny and makes you really cool. If for some reason, other than being attracted to minors, you want to feel what it's like to be in middle school again, put on an episode of Helluva Boss. The show uses obscene language as a crutch to keep you engaged instead of writing actual jokes. And it's done in order to
I'm not gonna lie, the comedy is not great. I love the characters, and I love the dramatic, and I love the worlds that Vivi creates. Yeah, her comedy sucks.
For home that it's not for kids. Well, ironically, appealing only to little children. And it's not just one specific character, it's the entire cast.
I'm hungry.
And they don't swear because that's how the character communicates, or how they were raised, or as a type of emotional shield. They do it because the writers think it's mature. Many Helluva Boss fans attempt to counter that argument by saying, it takes place in hell. What do you expect? Good writing. If the only way you are able to convey that your characters are bad people is by having them talk like they're from Newfoundland,
Riley's looking for his mirror. What are you gonna say?
True.
then you have failed at proper characterization. We should be able to tell.
Could you create a hell world that is a little bit more subtle? Sure. But let's be honest. These aren't subtle hells. Its sleeve, it tells you what kind of hell it is.
Oh, these are bad people through their actions. Them saying fuck 10,000 times doesn't make me think they're adults. It makes me think they're 3 toddlers stacked on top of each other with unrestricted internet access. Welcome to the Cum Count, where we tally up the profanities in all your favorite Tumblr fanfictions. I'm Flazefire, and today we're going to be looking at Helluva Boss. How many swear words were said throughout the series? Let's find out and get to the cumbers.
I feel bad for
With a
him.
pilot, 2 seasons consisting of 19 episodes, and 4 shorts at the time of recording. That gives us a runtime of 426 minutes and 45 seconds, and a bad word total of 964.
That's a
Maybe I missed some.
Weirdly, that's actually less. I thought it would be a lot more.
Maybe you don't consider some of these swears, so I'll tack on an uncertainty of plus or minus 100, giving us a ppm of 2.228 plus or minus 0.103 profanities per minute. Poopy profanity
That is
for
a
greater
lot.
Swear goes to Blitzo for his curse chain combo in season 2, episode 4.
I have waited 5 fucking years for this appointment. Fuck me in my little red hole. Hi, the fuck you looking at?
Up next on the Cum Count, you. The swearing is just a byproduct of the real issue that plagues Helluva Boss, the terrible writing. Both the characters and the comedy. And since the swears aren't the only attempts at making the viewer laugh, I will now talk about the jokes.
No!
Alone in the darkness, I gazed into the abyss.
I'm gonna say it. I've laughed a couple of times, but no, I don't watch Helluva Boss for the comedy. The comedy's bad. The writing is very hit or miss. I like the world. I like the designs.
And the abyss looked through me and spoke. Penis. XD.
All of Helluva Boss's jokes are sex funny. I'm being hyperbolic, of course. There are other types of jokes, but the amount of sex jokes is so large that it diminishes the others to the point that I consider them non-existent.
Oh, harder.
Blitzo and Stolas's entire relationship revolves around sex.
Yeah.
What type of jokes do you think are being
Yeah.
made? There are entire episodes set in the lust ring of hell. What type of jokes do you think are being made? The show was created
I don't think there is any show I've ever seen that has made more dildo jokes than Helluva Boss.
by Vivzy Pop. What type of jokes do you think are being made? Sex jokes can be funny. There are even some in Helluva Boss that got a reaction out of me other than cringe.
Who needs words when you got a mouth full of... Come to your senses.
However, these are outliers because the majority of the comedy is the characters looking directly into the camera and saying boner. When the punchline to every setup is les sex, and I can guess it from 10,000 miles away, blindfolded, no arms, no legs, with a heart virus, they go from being funny to being cringe. In Hazbin Hotel, we had the mercy of the sex joke characters being relegated to the sidelines. In Helluva Boss, our main character is Blitzo, and the only jokes he makes are edgy swear and funny sex. You might interpret that as a character who struggles with sexuality and immaturity and expresses themselves in this way as a form of coping. But if you do, you're a huge nerd. Take a shower, Stinky. A purposely annoying and obnoxious character is still annoying and obnoxious. And it's also an incorrect interpretation, because all the other characters are doing it as well. It's just that Blitzo does it more. There are so many sex jokes that they felt the need to write in a line about the amount of sex jokes.
Is it bad that I'm getting hard?
Shut the fuck up! Why is it always a sex thing?
But when it's not just penis funny, they love to do the tried and tested, never terrible, this thing won't happen. Oh, the thing happened.
I'll be super low-key. Nobody will notice me. There is no way we are going to get enough clients by the end of the day with one poorly spelled, bad grammar flyer.
They always attack at random, all over the country. There's no way to predict where they'll show up next.
Oh, well, that's convenience.
Okay, good talk. Bye. Wow, that actually went better than I thought.
Sure hope this glass doesn't break.
If you keep doing it over and over, it gets less funny.
The amount of jokes and how out of place they are is also a Vivzy Pop trademark. We will have legitimate attempts at character arcs and development. You know, the entire point of the show that will have all of their tension and impact cut short by an unfunny joke. Moxie is getting abused by his father. The room is now covered in dildos. Blitzo is struggling with...
Does it take it away? It does. It is a very dark, abusive moment, and then it turns into, but you gay.
The realization that he pushes everyone he loves away because he's afraid of getting hurt.
True.
He vomits all over the floor.
Yeah, that's not as
and
bad.
Blitzo are having an intense argument about their relationship, and it's brought up that Blitzo knew Stolas was going to be assassinated and didn't tell him. But a few episodes before, there was a joke about how Stolas literally heard his wife talking on the phone about him being assassinated.
Yeah.
And he wasn't paying attention.
That part... Blitzo and Stolas' relationship is peaks and valleys. Some of it is amazing, and some of it is the worst garbage.
If the show stuck to its initial premise of being an episodic kill of the week
Incoming
adventure,
at break.
this would not be a problem, because it's fine to have silly jokes that break the tension, because at the end of the episode, it doesn't matter. And it's also fine for
It
an
wouldn't be as
extremely dark and
enjoyable.
emotional scene to be juxtaposed with a bit of levity.
I probably should have used this earlier. Huh?
Many other pieces of media do it, but they do it in a way that helps enhance the scene. Helluva Boss does it in a way that detracts from it because it's happening all the time.
Yeah.
I no longer feel invested emotionally because I know there is a punchline around every single tier.
I love you guys. Ass on my face.
I'm gone.
Yeah, that was probably not needed for that moment. Still love the episode.
Going crazy, little tiny Hollywood.
Baby! I have tonal whiplash. The worst part about Helluva Boss from a writing standpoint is its obsession with resetting everything back to zero. It wants to have it.
I feel like Vivi is afraid of getting deep, even though the deep parts are the best parts of her stuff. I feel like, yeah, the idea of South Park and Seth Rogen being her identity is probably a problem. She wants so bad to be Sausage Party or South Park, but the truth of it is she's not funny. Her best parts is when the characters get real. Yeah, the backgrounds are weird.
It's cake, and fuck it too. Characters will be developed and given arcs and growth, just to be returned to the way they were in episode 1, to go through the same thing again. And you can't pinpoint this to a specific character, because everyone's doing it. Luna is closed off from wanting affection due to her childhood trauma. She will learn that her adopted father is trying his best, and that he loves her and she is wanted, that she has friends that care for her, and that it's okay to accept love from those around her.
She will learn this 5 times in 2 seasons. It does suck.
And then will immediately turn around and beat the shit out of Blitzo.
Yeah. Flaze does understand when to use a sex joke, but the problem is his editing is so OCD that it's hard to laugh.
And verbally abuse everyone around her. Moxie lacks self-confidence and is constantly undermined and belittled. He learns to stand up for himself and that he deserves respect, only to be returned to a sniveling, whiny baby that needs to be saved by his wife in the next episode.
True.
Millie is violent and loves Moxie.
Yeah.
And that's it.
There really isn't. They're a great couple, but yeah, Moxie and Millie don't really have development.
Is a loving father who stays with his wife for their daughter Octavia. He feels trapped.
I enjoyed it, Kai. It's not bad, but the comedy is going to be rough. It's well animated, it's well acted, the music is fun, the dramatic parts are enjoyable. But it wants to be South Park, but it just doesn't understand comedy.
In a loveless marriage and has a lot of emotional trauma. As a result, he doesn't notice how his behavior is affecting his daughter. He has a genuine, heartfelt conversation with her.
He is my favorite character.
And leave me behind?
No, never. I'd never do that.
And then he's right back to neglecting Octavia so he can get his back blown out. Stryker is an antagonist. They have a chance to kill him, they don't. Stryker is an antagonist. They have a chance to kill him, they don't. Stryker is an antagonist. They have the chance to kill him, do they? No! Stolas and Blitz start out in a transactional relationship. Because Stolas is unhappy in his marriage, he finds comfort in Blitz, if only because it's something new and exciting. Blitz will just have sex with anything with a heartbeat and the ability to consent. They start to develop feelings for each other that neither of them know how to process due to their past trauma. They fight, it's over, they're flirting, we're back. They fight, it's over, they're flirting, we're back, over and over.
I mean, okay, we don't know for sure. Because right now, Stolas sacrificed everything. They are fully committed. They are together. So they possibly have evolved. Possibly.
and over. At the time of recording, they are currently in the we are so backstage of their relationship, with Stolas literally and figuratively giving up his life to be with Blitzo.
Correct.
The issue is not that these conflicts are happening. Most of them are interesting, and they are realistic. In the real world, people's deep-seated emotional struggles are not solved in a tight 22 minutes of animated fun. But this isn't real life. This is an episode of television. And when every episode...
Reacting to videos with chat.
Nice.
Okay. Almost done. Or do you want to finish? I mean, do you want to watch?
Yeah, you can screen where we pull it up.
Okay. Let me get that for you. It's Flazefire talking about Helluva Boss. We are 16 minutes in.
Feels like I'm stuck in a time loop.
Try to cut your dad some slack.
Well, I'm gonna do what time loopers do. Something different. And probably a bunch of illegal stuff. And just to add to the list of constant repetition, nearly every single character's trauma is their poor relationship with their father.
True.
Stolas, daddy issues. Blitzo,
daddy issues.
Octavia,
daddy issues.
Luna,
daddy issues.
Moxie,
daddy issues.
Vivzy,
daddy issues.
When you are 32 years old, at some point, you need to deal with it in a way that's not making...
Yeah, a lot of the characters' trauma is related to father figures. And when every character is pretty much just daddy issues, get a little more creative.
Yet another character that has issues with their father. The only character that gets any permanent, non-status quo reset development and non-daddy issue related backstory is Fizzarali.
Yep.
And he's not even a main character.
Nope.
I'd even dare to say that his episode is the best in the series.
It's really good. It is a very, very good episode. It's not my favorite, but it's up there.
It delves into the idea of one's passions coming to define them, and the struggle of working hard and achieving your dreams, only to learn that they were not what you thought they would be. The songs are good, the dialogue is funny, it pays off some of Blitz's established relationship with Fizzarali. This episode actually tells a conclusive story, but I sure wish it happened to one of our main characters. Controversial opinion, I think that Helluva Boss should have been set in its own separate universe. The idea would work just fine.
It kind of
on
is.
its own. In fact,
they never interact with each other.
Because I would not be thinking, how will this affect the Has-Been lore? Somewhere in the development process, Vivzy Pop stopped talking to Vivzy Pop, and I genuinely think that Helluva Boss retroactively makes the world building in Has-Been Hotel even more inconsistent. Right off the bat, it completely throws...
Yeah. Helluva Boss and Has-Been Hotel have two completely different looks at hell. They do not work in the same hell.
The hierarchy of hell out the window. So everyone in hell is a demon, but not all demons are human sinners. Those are hellborn. There are different species of hellborn like succubi, hellhounds, possessors, imps, bahamutes, infestors, owl people, non-sentient animals, and creatures created entirely by other demons. And nothing distinguishes the hellborn from human sinners other than the fact that their blood is black. And because the character designs are the way that they are, it's incredibly difficult to tell any of the demons apart by just their appearance alone. Some hellborn can only be killed with magic angelic weapons, while others can be killed by 100% grade A American iron. All overlords are human sinners, but not all human sinners are
American
overlords.
iron.
You can become an overlord by
souls.
There are physical embodiments of the 7 deadly sins, and they do the exact same thing as every other demon, but are considered special because they're powerful in ways that we don't get to see, but they're just powerful, okay? Imps and hellhounds are at the bottom of society, except they're not, because literally every powerful being is dating them, except for Blitzo and Stolas.
Well, it's more that they're fuckboys. They're fuckboys.
They're the only ones who aren't allowed to be in love because of social standing, because That's what it says in the AO3 writing tutorial. If you're killed in hell and you're a demon, but only if you're a sinner and only if you're killed by an angelic weapon, then you will actually die. If you're killed by any other means, you just slowly regenerate. And if you're not a human sinner and you die, then maybe you regenerate, maybe your soul dissipates and goes on to make up part of hell's environment itself. Maybe you stop existing, and that's all nonsense, but you wouldn't know any of that.
Yeah, Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel kind of fucks over each other's worlds. They just don't work.
Watching the show, you can only learn this information from watching several multi-hour VivziePop dramas.
Yeah, they're different.
4 years ago, or
different worlds, right?
Nope. They are officially the same world. They just don't work.
Versus YouTube lore masters.
Did you know this? In Helluva Boss, there are currently a minimum of 58 shots of Luna's paws.
Feet!
Did you get a Luna Helluva Boss paw?
It's like if World War I and World War II were from, like...
About Helluva Boss at all.
I was about to say written.
Except for one thing. This world
Carp, I don't know where you're going with that, but okay, I'll shake my head.
Breathing macrocosm of people, culture, or history. It exists as a plot device in order to put our characters in whatever situation allows for the most melodramatic relationship arguments and penis jokes. The characters do not exist in
True.
hell. Hell exists around our characters.
True.
It's not set in hell because the writers want to explore the idea of what a real hell society would look like. It's set in hell because it's an edgy location. Hello? Uh-huh. 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 My name's Jeff. I got a client. Come with me.
You look Hill mentioned?
I want him wrapped. Queen Belch. If you were to think...
Okay, here's the worst part.
...that both of Vivzie's shows shared the same fan base, you would be kind of right. There is an overlap between the Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss fans, but Hazbin Hotel is on Amazon Prime and requires mommy's credit card to view. Helluva Boss is entirely on YouTube and for free.
That means we get the edgiest 15-year-olds that think their opinion is valid and that they have world knowledge and think that they're clever. Oh, God.
Which means its fan base is entirely populated by terminally online Zoomers.
Yep.
Keep fucking yourself, you big asshole.
Really?
That line hurts so much. For those of you who have been outside before, I have been using a word throughout the video you may be unfamiliar with. It is a fandom term that has led to the loss of life on a scale far greater than that of the atomic bomb.
How am I the same generation as those kind of people? Like, I grew up with literally watching people jump off of buildings.
There's a lot more nuance.
There's a lot.
Like, cool.
There's a lot to unpackage there, Carp. We're not doing it right now, but there's a lot to unpackage there.
But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And it's fine. Anyone that partakes in shipping culture on their own isn't hurt.
Oh my God, the shipping culture.
You're allowed to do whatever you want with them.
But if you ship incest or children, you're a fucking weirdo.
However, to the Helluva fandom, it doesn't matter what you ship, because it will always be wrong in their eyes. That is because of this pesky little thing known as headcanons. Headcanons, or headcanoning, is the act of taking existing lore.
Yeah, a lot of the Helluva Boss and Hazbin, well, not as much Hazbin. A lot of the Helluva Boss hatred isn't even like people being like, oh, you just don't get it. It's really them hating each other for their own personal headcanons. It's weird.
I personally headcanon Hornet at the trans-masked butch lesbian, but nobody's gonna like that.
Correct. Get in the corner. I'm kidding. I don't care.
Okay.
And that should be the
Why
truth
is that
of it.
bong all curvy?
It's the evil bong. It's the evil bong.
Yeah, I can't stop staring at it.
And because a lot of Helluva's characters have either no screen time or no development, fans will use headcanons in order to fill in the gaps. Which, again, is fine. But it's similar to your diaper fetish. You don't need to tell anyone else. But the Helluva Boss fandom feels the need to let the world know, in painstaking detail, every aspect of their personal headcanons.
I want to read one of these. Mastermind revealed the dark truth about Ozzy. He could have easily saved Blitzo's life without any big effort or risk for himself, but he chose not to. Here's my theory why. I'm not going to read this theory, but I'm just going to tell you right now. no, he really couldn't, and he did speak up for him. No, you're kind of just really... You really hate this dude and you want him to be evil, but no, he really couldn't have done anything.
Painstaking detail every aspect of their personal headcanons. And this is an issue, because the fandom will allow headcanons to warp their view of the show. Just because you want to smooch them does not...
So...
Oh, there's piss jugs.
So you mean a normal YouTube, sycophant. Got it.
They are good characters. You can say you like them, but that does not mean they are well written or interesting. The deep emotional comic you read on E621 doesn't suddenly make the show good. Conversely, just because a character is a bad person does not mean they are a bad character. These are not real people. It's okay to like them, even though they might be immoral. You don't need to make justifications that they are actually a misunderstood, innocent baby in order to delude yourself into thinking that everything you like must be perfect. It all boils down to there being a disproportionate amount of children in the fandom, because only children care about shipping discourse. It's power.
Not always, but 80% for sure.
Helluva has bright colors, cool-looking characters, and is super mature and adult.
Not really.
Kids love that. As much as they shouldn't be watching it, kids are going to anyways.
But I mean, that's why FNAF is so popular. As someone who, worked at a shop that sold FNAF, I asked a lot of kids, like, did you ever play the games? It's like, no, I just watched YouTube videos. It's one of those things that it looks edgy, it looks intense, but they don't actually really care about the content. It's the fact that it was dark and edgy, and that YouTube.
I liked the games; they were good.
They're not good games.
Parents actually monitored.
I played them; they were good games.
I might be able to see discussion of this show without feeling the need to obliterate a 9-year-old. Every fandom has to deal with this, but Helluva Boss is a unique coalescence of factors, leading it to be one of the most annoying and toxic. The leading causes being that it is composed of mostly children, or adults with the media literacy capacity of children.
Rude.
Being made by Vivian.
I can read.
Because it's clear, Helluva Boss was designed specifically to have a fan, which is a recipe for disaster. The character design, very big interactions with fans on Twitter.
You okay?
I'm sorry, I'm joking on popcorn.
Damn. That's crazy.
Get some water, bud.
Romantic subplots of every character, the Gooner merchandise, it's all...
Yeah, Vivi, if there's one thing Vivi's good at, it's merchandising. An episode might come out every 2-3 months, but merchandise will come out every week.
There are multiple direct references to the fandom in the show. The third short, Weeaboo Boo, is dedicated entirely to making
I can't fully watch it. It's so cringe. It's so awful.
This is a bad practice because the fandom should be shaped by the show. The show should not be warped around the fandom, because the fandom is always stupid and wrong and never knows what it wants. When you as a creator start caring about what the fandom says and let it influence your decision-making, you start becoming Rick and Morty.
I turned myself into a Reddit.
And because the show is steeped in the stank of the fandom, they feel a personal connection to it. Ergo, criticizing it is a personal attack on them. Because remember,
I like the show, but it has a lot of issues.
They're not allowed to like things that are considered bad. This is, of course,
again,
like all groups,
it's not
a minority.
Yeah.
Most of the Helluva Boss fandom is...
I woke up next to the Lord of Gluttony and a hellhound.
Hot.
Relatively normal, and this kind of behavior is just a byproduct of kids having access to social media. But what really isn't helping is Vivzy's constant stoking of the
Vivi is Vivi's a big problem.
Wolverine uses the word fuck 118 times. A franchise record. Am I allowed?
Vivi, the big problem with Vivi's work is Vivi. Vivi doesn't know how to be in the spotlight and how to handle criticism. She really should not be in control of her Twitter.
to make the if Vivzy Papa wrote joke. I just find it ironic that the guy who said HB was turning into fanfiction thinks he can write a better story. What do you call that? I think it starts with a fan and ends in a fiction. This is a banger to me. The fact that people
1 second, I'm being rated. Ba, 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 ba-da-da-da. Hello, Raiders. My name is SilverDFanng. I am a Pirate Wolf Boy VTuber. 1 second.
Sorry, I'm choking.
Sorry, but I gotta mute you. I'll unmute you in a second. Yeah. So we're watching videos, we're watching reactions. I'm here with
welcome, Afivara.
I'm here with Carp and Kenny and Zap, and right now we're looking at Helluva Boss reaction.
Welcome, Bujanga Sana.
Hey, Bujanga. Hey, Affy. What were you playing, Affy? Were you playing more Borderlands, or have you finished? Okay, back to the video and back to Carp choking on popcorn. What?
Oh my god, I see the low icon. Oh my god, I love Little Nightmares 3.
Oh wait, the usual. So Boulder Gate? No, you haven't played Boulder Gate in a bit. Affy, what's the usual? Oh, yeah. The usual is Borderlands 4. Technically, we finished off the main game. Now we're doing side quests. Yay!
What?
So,
you do side quests and then main. No, you don't do main story. You just do side quests.
I think it's the DLC they're talking about. Yeah. Affy and Soto, yeah, they do a lot of RPGs. They do Baldur's Gate, they do Borderlands, they do. They've done other stuff that I can't remember. They're good people. They're friends. Yeah. Oh, it's not DLC. You're literally just going back to the quest. I need to play Borderlands 4.
That's fair. I agree with that. Somebody's playing fucking Silksong.
I also need to play Silksong.
You need to play Hollow Knight.
I have played Hollow Knight.
Exactly. Do it again.
I played Hollow Knight. I played every Borderlands. These are two franchises I enjoy. I just haven't bought them yet.
Yeah, we should totally do a Silksong.
So to play Dark Souls 3 with a mouse.
Oh, a lot of the side quests unlock after. Oh, that makes sense.
I feel like that one monkey picture that's just like, you should play Silksong.
I will. I got a lot of other stuff going on.
That's fair.
Okay, let's finish this.
Insults? Unbelievable. You wish your shows did this shit. Be so real right now. Thank you, Vivian Madrano, for not giving a shit about the haters and following your heart, giving us the best show a fandom could ever wish for. I wrote this 3 years ago, so if it's a fanfic, it's a fanfic of itself? I don't take it as an insult anymore, cause like, lol, it's just a
Yeah, Vivian, you're not helping you're a bad writer.
story, and one I love telling. A while back, she made a tweet saying, I'm officially done being here. I just can't stand it anymore. This was my place to really have a window into the fandom and see all your creativity, and maybe I will still try to lurk when I can, but from a private account. Please follow.
Hey, maybe that's smart, being the lead source to a multi-million-dollar franchise. Maybe you shouldn't just be straight up talking to everyone on Twitter like Elon fucking Musk. Maybe that's smart and healthy and better for your brand. Yeah.
My Insta or Blue Sky. Thank you. And then 4 days later,
they come back.
Yep.
Many such cases.
She can't help it.
Counter to the fandom's obsession is an equally dumb, equivalently annoying group of people that the fandom
Night,
has
Affy.
dubbed the hate-dumb.
Night-night.
Which is a really stupid name. These people hate the show for a litany of
Dude, go
reasons
get water.
that have nothing to do with the quality of the show itself. It all stems from their dislike of Vivzy Pop personally. If you were to believe the hate-dumb, Vivzy Pop is the second coming of the Antichrist and also hits babies with bricks. When in reality, she's just a quirky millennial who never grew out of her edgy
true.
phase. Most of the
you three won't know this, but $5, she definitely went to anime cons and was definitely into the yaoi paddle and into glumping.
And I remember seeing fan art of something she made where there was this miner getting aroused by a snake.
Yep.
Like a feral snake.
Yep. That.
Not a great look.
Sadly, that
Sorry, what?
that reminds me of anime conventions 10 years ago. Yep.
Things she is being accused of are almost always proven to be overblown, misinterpreted, or completely false. And I'm not denying that she can be extremely annoying
True.
and says really stupid things, but she is not every obic or is.
No, she's not an awful person.
Crazies on both sides.
She's just
You'll come
annoying.
to realize that Helluva Boss is a flawed show with good elements.
Yeah.
However, no matter how good or bad it gets, I will still be watching because although Helluva Boss at times can be fanfiction OC Tumblr shipping garbage, oh boy is it tasty. And I sure do love some delicious garbage.
I shit it in my pants.
Yeah, I do agree with him. It's a flawed show, but it's fun. It's fun garbage. I'm never going to be like, how dare you? No, it's flawed. But thinking that it's the worst thing ever, like you're like, dude, get over yourself, man. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. Check me out on Twitch, SilverDFanng, 2 N's in Fang. Check me out on Twitter and Blue Sky under the same name. Also TikTok. Have a great night.